It is Uganda Cranes up against South Africa in the cup final. This is for the gold medal match. Joined by James Murphy. You expect a lot of things, but to sing the anthem yourselves, that's something new. But you guys did well there.
Yeah, I think, you never know when it's going to surprise you. It's a good test to see who really knows it and who doesn't, but I think the boys pulled through there, so really looking forward to it.
Luckily, the final will not be decided on your singing abilities. All seriousness, it's a big match for both teams. A couple of young players in the South African A side. Their first exposure to sevens at this level. Not that man, Ricky Duarte. He's been at the highest level on the world scene. 2022, 2023 World Sevens Rookie of the Year. Oh, and they contest for it. But knock it on. You were in the tunnel with the guys. You were also out on the field with the two teams. Nerves, what's the vibe like?
Definitely, I think any final brings nerves. I think the main key is not to make the occasion bigger than what it is, and stick to the processes. You want to try to take control. The message from the coaches there is just taking control of every situation. Unfortunately, the boys not hanging on to the kickoff, a crucial opportunity and something we discussed further earlier on in the playoffs, and it's really important to keep hold of your ball.
I think it's fair to say the DJ has found his voice back, and now it works. Immediately, South Africa in the faces of Uganda. But as we've seen so far this weekend, Uganda will be patient in the build-up. Skuman bumped off. You'll know next time to go a bit lower. Montmoritz did well there to get his hands out of that and not concede the penalty. Slips in his attempt to tackle. Ricky Duarte upending an opponent and immediately back on his feet. That could work, might not work. Steps inside with a little pass. Danger for South Africa here. If it goes to and it doesn't. Uganda showing their intentions quite early on in this match. They want to stretch the South African defense. They probe the blind side. Hands might have been in the ruck there and not rolling away. And a tense start to this match. And Uganda, as we would expect, go for touch. Start again at the set piece.
Yeah, Uganda looking a little bit more settled than the SA7s A side. I think, looking a bit like headless chickens every now and then, but I think as the systems come on, I think the boys will finally get into their systems. But Uganda really looking the part, really looking calm, really looking composed. Going to their set piece, as you say, something they know and trust.
Uganda with a take. Little kick. Could be a bit heavy. It bounces favorably. No, it doesn't. That's a bit of a mess. Is it a try for Uganda? Timeout calls the referee. I think the South Africans made a bit of a hash of that.
It's all going to be about that control we spoke about, Dave. South Africa looking a little bit, as I say, rattled. They need to get their hands on the ball, stay in control. But as I said, Uganda really, really taking control of this.
And the try is awarded. It looked from this angle also like they did what they had to do to score the try. Miscommunication between the players, and we had a similar try scored against South Africa last week as well by Uganda. Conversion is not good, but it's Uganda with the early lead.
Yeah, those 2 points are always critical in these games, so hopefully Uganda can settle up and focus to get those 2 points in the next one. If they do get one, those are the crucial points that matter when it comes down to a final.
And where it becomes critical is the opposition score a try, they convert, and they score another try and convert, and suddenly you've got to score twice to get your noses back in front. Again, good contest by Uganda, and again they've won the kickoff. South Africa a bit under the pump now. That'll be a try for Uganda. Alex Aturinda in the corner.
Great little show of pace, really, really good, exposing any weakness that the SA7s A side are showing. Looking away out of the breakdown, not being switched on, and down the touchline he goes. What a fantastic opportunity to score points.
They've certainly done their homework, Uganda. They know where the weak points are.
Yeah, and as we say, that is going to be the deciding factor in this game. Who's better prepared, who's more mentally calm, and who's been in these situations. You know, I think Uganda have been in these situations. A lot of youngsters in this SA7's A side that maybe haven't played in finals and not necessarily know how to be switched on.
10-0 the damage. Uganda lead. And we still have 2.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Uganda absolutely taking their time, in no rush whatsoever. They're going to go to the restart again. And again an effort. They kick it down the middle pot where they know normally there's only one player, but Mfundo Ndlovu does a great job in gathering that. Now South Africa for the first time really with their hands on the ball. Skuman, Hubert Skuman, does he have the pace? Skuman! He runs the length of the field to score a very, very good try. South Africa back in this match.
Hubert Skuman so deceivingly quick. He takes that. Ugandan boys probably thought they'd catch him, but they really just couldn't. And that's what happens when you control the kickoff. Mfundo Ndlovu been phenomenal this whole weekend, aerially, and there he is showing his talent, taking that ball, and South Africa exposing any holes in the Ugandan defense line. That's exactly how South Africa will want to be attacking for the rest of this game.
And what happened there, Uganda kicked on the middle pod where they know normally there's not really that support for the player. Duarte disappointed with that effort. 10-5. Uganda in the lead.
South African fans looking a little bit rattled, a little bit nervous, but lots of rugby still to be played in this half even.
As you say, Hubert Skuman really showed a lot of pace. Reminded me very much of Kwagga Smith. Not the fastest man, but he could run at one pace for the length of the field. And then they make that kind of mistake. That's a coach killer. You get back in the match and you commit an error like that. But this is all about pressure, and credit to the Ugandans that have applied the pressure on South Africa. And you make those mistakes when you are under pressure and you feel like you're chasing the game. That's exactly where the South Africans find themselves right now.
Absolutely. Coach Sticks, Coach Sandile Nkobo, Coach Sticks will definitely be concerned about the lack of control about the boys. I think they'll really need to stand up and have a little bit more control over this game. Ugandans seem to have the upper hand when it comes to that. As I said, it seems like they've been here just one more time than they have.
Not happy with the scrum reset. Uganda against Mfundo Ndlovu. Half-time whistle goes. Solid effort by Uganda in the scrum. He was tempted to kick it into touch there in the half. Mfundo Ndlovu took his hands off the ball. Again. Oh, and there's the rip. Penalty, I think the referee says it was in the tackle. Now you're going to go for the kill. So they've got the penalty, they've gone for touch.
Again, just showing Uganda's mentality of how they take so much confidence out of their set play. They're going to slowly walk it in, make sure they've got their breath back. They've been deadly off it, especially inside that 22. They're really going to try to capitalize on this before halftime.
Very, very composed Ugandan side. Vicky Duarte conceding the penalty. He thought he had ripped the ball away, but the referee ruled that it was in the tackle. He should have released. The result is Uganda can really stretch their lead, pile more pressure on South Africa just before halftime. They go wide. They've got a man on the outside, another man on the outside, and they score, Uganda. They stretch their lead. That is Dennis Etoile in the corner. Again, a very, very well-worked move by Uganda.
Their set piece just really coming into play in this final. I think they really are just taking control of the game, slowing it down, and I think the one-on-ones, I think they really are exposing us in certain channels. So one-on-one tackles, they've identified that as a weakness maybe, and they really are exploiting it. So South Africa are going to have to man up and make their one-on-one hits and really get into good positions to do that from set piece.
Uganda really up for this. They just look the more controlled and composed side from the kickoff. 15-5, Uganda Cranes lead South Africa A7s going into the second half of this, the gold medal final at the Rugby Africa 7s.
Final match, ladies and gentlemen. Can you make some noise? Come on, South Africa! Let's go, Uganda!
I really would have loved to have been a fly on the wall there in that halftime huddle. What would the Ugandan coach have told his players?
Look, I think they've really done the right things. I think they've controlled the game in the right way. If I was the coach of Ugandan side, I would have said, keep doing what you're doing, applying the pressure at the breakdown, and the turnovers will come. And then, you know, I think the opposite message on Stix's side, I think also we need the ball. South Africa need the ball to play.
And they need to regain it cleanly from this kickoff if they want to stay in this game. Uganda's been very, very good at the kickoff when he starts. Deep. Sebastian Job tackled in the air. Job Mfundo Ndlovu now. Mfundo Ndlovu, still Ndlovu. And he gets nailed back. Skuman. Duarte, does he have the pace? Ricky Duarte. He has. That's a great run by Ricky Duarte. South Africa back in this match, and exactly what they would have wanted, what Uganda would not have wanted, for South Africa to score straight from the restart.
And that is exactly why a special player like Tricky Ricky is on the side. He's just bringing a little bit of experience, a little bit of know-how. And I think in these type of moments, those types of points are so crucial. Let's see if we can get over these two.
Oh, he sliced that a little bit, came off the side of his boot. 15-10, one score separates the two teams.
Probably find South Africa will want to put that kick nice and deep. I know it's with the wind, apply a bit of pressure on Uganda, but they're going to need that ball back if they want to stand a chance to score.
I think if one thing that we know after these two weekends, it's that Uganda fully deserve to be in the World Challenge Series. Look at that, Mfundo Ndlovu, but he stepped into touch. Oh, my word. That could have been oh so close. Almost worked out. It worked in one of the earlier matches, I think in the semi-final against Madagascar. But it's Uganda's throw at the line out. Boyworth Pressure on Uganda.
First time we've seen a little bit of scrappiness in their line-out.
Penalty to South Africa. That was Mfundo Ndlovu again over the ball. He's playing like a seasoned forward. I think all of your forwards in the Springbok7s setup are shaking in your boots right now.
Absolutely. I think he's really taken on that role. They asked him for physicality. They asked him for everything up front. He now knows. He came to me and he said, oh, my shoulder's a bit sore, my back's a bit sore. So now you know what it's like to be up front. But wow, is he really embracing that opportunity?
He might just have reinvented himself.
I think so too.
Ricky Duarte. Duarte. Oh, and he loses the ball. That's Skuman. Loses the ball. Immediately Uganda counter-attack. They come back for the scrum. That was a golden opportunity for South Africa. Skuman lost the ball again as he was going over. And it's at the World Series level, James, it's become quite obvious that there are almost no margins anymore for errors. A couple of years you could get away with maybe 2, 3, 4 tiny errors in a match. These days, there's nothing, and even at this level now, the margin of error is so little.
So little, and I think especially in these final games, you get so few opportunities, and if you don't take them, the scoreboard will show.
Oh, pull down, that's a big call. That is a massive call. Penalty to South Africa. They take it quickly, but they called back. It's not on the mark. It's got to be taken on the mark. That was a big call by the referee, and it could be a match-changing one. South Africa managed to score from this position. Now they take their time, composed. Ahas, run around by Sebastian Job. Sebastian Job is looking for support on the outside. And they concede the penalty. Not entirely convinced that was the right call. But then Uganda don't help themselves. South Africa take the quick pass. Skuman, strong player.
Oh, definitely a high tackle there.
Penalty again. Sebastian Job takes it quickly. Do they have numbers on the outside? Handoff. Still South Africa. It's Nglozi. They're close to the line. Akaza, Skuman. He tries to barge his way over. Sebastian Job will score under the posts. Well, this is dramatic stuff. And look at the crowd. This is really dramatic stuff. The South Africans have really done well. They've pinned down Uganda. They forced the errors, got the penalties. Third try, Sebastian Job, and they could take the lead here.
Yeah, I think a little bit of justice there when Uganda took the ball into touch. Maybe hard done by down in the breakdown there in the far right corner. South Africa gaining a bit of momentum. Yeah, managed to turn the ball over. Quick line out, thinking on their feet. Really, really good. Duarte adding another 2. And that puts the South African 7s A side ahead by 2 with a nail-biting last few minutes for this final.
And the crowd is really enjoying that. It's what they've come to see. High level, high entertainment 7s, and it's what they're getting. And a lot of people have stayed behind for this. Duarte with a restart. How will they compete?
I think these are the moments that will define these youngsters. Under pressure. Uganda running really hard. They want it just as badly.
It's a penalty, hands in the ruck there. Again called back to the mark. I think it's Mfundo Ndlovu down perhaps there. Yes. Could not have asked for more nail-biting finale to this tournament. Great event in Mauritius. The Rugby Africa 7s played over 2 weekends. And it's really tested the players who are not used to playing back-to-back events. The guys are absolutely exhausted. 17-15 South Africa lead. We've got 40 seconds remaining.
Uganda will look to go to their set piece, something that's been so strong to them. It would have had the message on from the captain and the playmaker, and they'll look to take a line out.
Now, they simply have not been in the second half at all. James, if you're the opposition, what do you do here? Do you contest at the line out?
Look, it's all about possession. I think we've got to back our defense. We're ahead. We're not in dire straits with the ball. We've got to make sure we are picking up the numbers and making sure we're making one-on-one tackles, apply pressure on defense.
Sebastian Job up very, very quickly in defense. Job, they want to pull him into touch. And the penalty, yeah, and then he knocks it on. There's a clear knock on at the tap, and then he plays the advantage. I'm sure that the Ugandan player knocked it on the quick tap.
Now, you would hope the ARs would be able to see that on the side, but looks like they're going to play on, and some things are just uncontrollables. Uganda will look again to go to set piece. South Africa have been applying a bit of pressure. They're going to want to put a bit of pressure on this scrum and get out quickly and make sure that they got their numbers on their feet.
17-15, Uganda still in this match. They haven't given up. They've really done very, very well this tournament. To me, they've been the outstanding team of this event. You can see the experience they've got. They're very, very well coached. Players execute the game plan. They follow the game plan. They believe in that game plan. The Cranes really, really the outstanding team of this event. They win possession back. Now it's all about defense.
You just hope Uganda don't go to panic mode, stick to their structures. They know what's worked for them.
Uganda, the switchback if it comes. And again they recycle. They're so good at the ruck. They could snatch it here from South Africa in the last minute. A try here will win it for them. Little switch inside. Tackle comes. Job does well to roll away. This is nail-biting stuff.
It's a great hit by Sebastian.
It's the knock-on, and then they get pinged. Do they decide to go for the 3-year? They might decide to go for the 3-year. That's a penalty. It's well within kicking distance. They could win it from this position with a penalty.
I think enormous amount of pressure on the kicker if that's what they're going for.
That's Aaron Foyworth. He's kicked well all this tournament. Go for the scrum. That's an interesting call. Would you have gambled on the penalty?
Look, I think you've got to back your kicker. It's not a draw, but set piece has been a strong point for them. So I think, probably message from the side, take control, take the scrum. Number 9's been unbelievable for the base of that scrum to create some pressure. Let's see.
Foyworth comes away with it. Oh, Uganda have got to play over. Foyworth. Uganda will snatch it. Yeah, will they? No, they stop short. That will be a penalty against South Africa for not rolling away. He's got his arm out. Still Uganda, held up. Then he's knocked it on, but the penalty is there. I think that's a good call. The South African player did not roll away. Again, they call for the scrum.
Really, really nail-biting stuff. Again, Uganda going to their set piece. They're really hoping it's going to pay off. They've been using it week in and week out now in these last 2 weeks.
Testing the nerves, testing the resolve. Background, you see the scoreboard as well. 3 minutes over regular time already. Players just gone on and on. Uganda, will they probe the blind side? No, forward goes and he scores the winning try. Uganda have snatched it at the death. Uganda back-to-back champions. They really have played well. They've stuck to the guns, stuck to the game plan, and they probably fully deserved of this victory, James. Excellent performance by the Cranes.
I think so too, Dave. I think, they stayed composed. They did what they were told to do. They followed their structures. There was a glimpse of a middle of a second half there where they may have looked like they weren't, but they really just stuck to their patience, stuck to their composure. And you can see that this is a championship side, a team wanting and hungry to play on the World Series.
James, thank you for your time. And we'll let you go and console with your friends, your teammates. Uganda have qualified for the World Series. They've won back-to-back tournaments, and let's allow them some time to celebrate. And thanks for joining us, and have a safe journey back to South Africa.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Ciao.
The final scores, ladies and gentlemen.
Uganda 20, South Africa 17.
Big round of applause.
Congratulations to Uganda. First try by Uganda. It took a 10-0 lead. South Africa struck back through Hubert Skuman, long-range try. Ricky Duarte, outstanding for South Africa.
I told him. I said, you had a fucking shock on the way.
Sebastian Job put South Africa in the lead, and then dramatic. It's Aaron Afoyworth with the winning try for Uganda. They've been absolutely outstanding, and they deserve all the accolades that could come their way. Uganda win back-to-back tournaments, and they again will represent South Africa on the World Series Challenge tournament next year. Waiting for the presentations now, especially celebrating the two teams who will be traveling on the Challenge circuit next year, Madagascar and Uganda.
First qualified team for World Rugby Challenger Series 2025, Madagascar.
L'équipe qualifiée donc pour le World Rugby Challenger Series 2025, Madagascar. C'est vos applaudissements, mesdames et messieurs.
That's Madagascar qualified. A lot of hard work, a lot of investment in that process. They will be traveling next year on the World Rugby Challenger Series in 2025 as one of the two African representatives. And now they will require a lot of input, planning, because that is a very, very competitive series. But it's another first for Madagascar. Crowd still sticking around.
Second qualified team for World Rugby Challenger Series 2025, Uganda.
Deuxième équipe qualifiée pour le World Rugby Challenger Series 2025.
They are the Ugandans. They've qualified again.
Mesdames et messieurs.
They will return to the Challenge Series a better team, and they will certainly again aim to get promotion to the World Series. Rejected South African team in the background. Uganda, champions of sevens in Africa 2024. They've won both Rugby Africa Sevens tournaments, back-to-back victories. Last week they beat Madagascar, this week South Africa. And a team that really, really has played very, very good rugby over 2 weekends. Wait for the prize giving now, but that's it from La Bourdonnais for the time being. Uganda champions of the Rugby Africa Sevens in 2024. They win back-to-back tournaments. Last week it was against Madagascar. Today they defeated South Africa in a nail-biting final. And from La Bourdonnais, it's goodbye.
Most valuable player of round 2, Aaron from Uganda, presented by Guillaume Télé of Ciel.
Most valuable player, mesdames et messieurs. Aaron de Uganda, le prix qui sera remis par Guillaume Télé du groupe Ciel. Est-ce qu'on peut applaudir très très fort, s'il vous plaît?
Round 2 winner, Uganda. Captain, please come.
Le gagnant round 2, mesdames et messieurs, c'est le capitaine Uganda. Sous vos applaudissements, s'il vous plaît. Le cadeau qui sera offert par,
Au rugby, s'il vous plaît.
voilà, monsieur Venkia Kevin du Mauritius Rugby Medium Trophy.
Third place of the tournament, Algeria.
À la 12e place, le capitaine, c'est Algérie. Alors le prix qui sera offert plutôt par Frédéric Rivière, sous vos applaudissements, mesdames et messieurs.
For the 11th place, Nigeria. Trophy presented by Nabil Jansa. Round of applause, please.
À la 11e place, Nigeria. Alors le capitaine, le prix offert par Nabil Jansab, mesdames et messieurs. À la 10e place, mesdames et messieurs, Mauritius Captain, le prix qui sera offert par Camille Kalichern. À la 9e place, Tunisia, Et on rappelle que c'est l'île Maurice. Le prix offert par Camilla Kalicher. Grand bravo.
Guys, you've cut the feed here. Guys, you've cut my feed here. You've cut my video feed.
Alors à la 9e place, on vous rappelle que c'est Tunisia, le prix qui sera offert par Rd2 sous vos applaudissements, mesdames et messieurs. À la 8e place, mesdames et messieurs, Zambia, le prix qui sera offert par Frédéric Rivière. À la 7e place, mesdames et messieurs, c'est la Côte d'Ivoire, le prix qui sera offert par Arnaud Dallet, sous vos applaudissements, mesdames et messieurs. Bravo.
Enjoy that.
À la 6e place, le Kenya. Le prix qui sera offert par Guillaume Schneider, sous vos applaudissements, mesdames et messieurs.
We had a few beers today.
For your club? Went for it. I don't know how many are there. We had all boys came together. We were about 10 of us. And we had 10 rounds of it. Now we're allowed.
Alors c'est le Burkina Faso, le prix qui sera offert par Eric Lesca, mesdames et messieurs, sous vos applaudissements.
We'll get a new president. Oh yeah. Oh, it's done. Done. What? What? I don't need the details. You know what it's like.
This division wants to make a speech.
À la 4e place, c'est Zimbabwe. Est-ce qu'on peut les applaudir, s'il vous plaît?
He doesn't know that. He's not a bad guy at all. But it's all
Second
about,
place for the silver medal.
Let's
Let's welcome South Africa.
where?
There's nothing to say.
Where?
À la deuxième place, Sud-Afrique, médaille d'argent, offert par Camille Orkanicen. Est-ce qu'on peut les applaudir s'il vous plaît, mesdames et messieurs?
Déjà, tu vas très bien. Comment c'est quoi?
Hein?
Hein? Thank you, David. Perfect. Excellent job. Appreciate it. Next time.
For the first place, ladies and gentlemen, gold
We'll have a
medal.
chat later.
Thomas, you've done a really good job for the last weekend. Phew,
Today,
fantastic.
this weekend, no gas.
Let's welcome for the top ranking,
So
Nigeria.
I can't
Camille Orkanicen
upset
on
about that. You say when you are 17, you can't expect more than that. So I say, guys, you need to make some mistake. After, yes, you will not. But you finish 10. You don't finish last. You finish 10 overall. I say, we never expect to be on quarterfinals. So now we just need to grow as a team. 21 players at the top.
Alors faire plaisir,
Even
c'est le Nigeria, mesdames et messieurs.
how difficult it was to play back to back.
Voilà, ils sont. Est-ce qu'on peut les applaudir très très
And
fort?
there's, as much as you
Et
try
puis
and
offert
work
par
here,
Camille
the body
Orkanicen.
just tells you something different. You're tired, the body is sore, and especially if you have a young body that's not developed yet, it's difficult. It's just
For the youngest player of the tournament, Mohamed Amin Medri of Tunisia. Presented by Nabil Joseph.
Et le plus jeune joueur voilà, du tournoi, Mohamed Amin Medri de Tunisie, le prix qui sera offert par Nabil Jansab de WRC. Voilà, est-ce qu'on peut applaudir s'il vous plaît?
don't experience this kind of
Well, it's part of the journey, huh? It's part of the journey.
we never experience that. So if we we deceive everyone. As a guy, say you can win everything. So as a guy, I said the end. It is
Est-ce qu'on peut applaudir s'il vous plaît très très fort parce qu'il arrive
Thomas, as coaches,
avec beaucoup d'efforts?
we know they're going to deep. We know they're going to go down. And they ask you for that thing. We don't give it to them. We do better next time. He was great, huh? He wanted.
They all tried, but ultimately it just becomes difficult.
Oh man, it's not about him.
Allez, une jolie photo souvenir.
Anyway, the president's going. Last weekend.
I'm gonna go and see if my wife is still around. She hasn't yet.
For the top point scorer, Deme Kassoum of Burkina Faso, 114 points. Big round of applause. Offert by Amaury de Fleuriot of Afrique.
Alors le joueur qui a marqué le plus de points, mesdames et messieurs, Deme Kassoum de Burkina Faso et le prix qui sera offert par Amaury de Fleuriot du groupe Africa Bank. Et on vous rappelle qu'il a marqué quand même 114 points, mesdames et messieurs.
Denny, are you a real true friend? Are you a true friend? Are you a real friend? No, don't say that. Don't get me one of those green feelings.
Allez,
Please, I'm dying of this.
les médias, on n'a pas fini.
For the top try soccer, Deme Kassoum of Burkina Faso again. 16 tries. Presented by Frédéric Rivière of Total Energy.
Alors on vous rappelle qu'il a fait le plus d'essais. Alors on rappelle, c'est Deme Kassoum. Est-ce qu'on peut l'applaudir s'il vous plaît? Très très fort. 16 essais, mesdames et messieurs. Quand même.
player of the tournament, number 16, Sebastian Job of South Africa, presented by Guillaume Dallet of Seine.
Et le meilleur joueur du tournoi numéro 16, Sébastien Job de Sud-Afrique. Le prix offert par Guillaume Dallet du groupe Ciel, mesdames et messieurs. Allez, une photo souvenir.
Mauritius7s African men's sevens. Second leg, Uganda, presented by Kevin Venka.
Et les gagnants du deuxième tournoi, mesdames et messieurs, on applaudit très très fort Uganda. Et le prix offert par monsieur bien sûr Kevin Venka de Rugby Africa. Uganda, you can dance, have fun. Congratulations, guys. S'ils peuvent nous rejoindre sur le terrain et prendre une photo souvenir avec nos sponsors. Voilà, ils sont là. Faites du bruit pour les Maurice. Maurice Kemaguer.
Atachukulanga kakule jinja anaile mbuzi wa mwe ajude zikula zikabize elowe lugana sindikira exika hey atachukulanga kakule akina na sola siliti mbaji mbinimo nena mkwata kwa mlawa nena kakeko kawota zomwawa asala ukunye mwematuleta nose singo romantiku tumola mulina zende wakumkazi ukewe emergency wakumkuwa usawamere patient the Gala Stabula, Holy Bowl, Guma Dimalayo. And I ain't gonna follow my leg. I ain't a friend to the Kabi. I think we got to see your ex Tijati. Hata tukulanga kampuni jinja. And I ain't gonna lose you more. You do it Kabi. And over the Ghana, send the killer ex Kahe. Hata tukulanga kampuni jinja.
The royalties bring the salad lasagna, I can't stand it. I'm getting cold like a tar, I still get pumped. Look, I think I got the asthma. The ops dreaded, but I'm living like a rasta. I flew out from come to Uganda. To 17, that's close and black car. I built Jeff, tell him to fly to the block car. Living like stairs, no wahala. Pulled up to my book and the seaside. Dripped out if I done on my B5. Pull me gonna break my teeth since I was knee high. Down upon my face, fucking these guys.
Allez Maurice, on va les faire une dernière fois. On va crier tous ensemble. Allez Maurice. Allez Maurice. Et oui, avant de clôturer cet événement, Kevin Bentia, le président de la fédération, va vous dire quelques mots.
Bonsoir à tous. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup d'être venus ce soir. Hier, la semaine dernière, sans vous, on n'aurait pas pu faire un tournoi aussi élevé. Merci à tous les sponsors. Merci à Ciel. Merci à WRC. Merci à toute l'énergie. Merci à tous les gens qui ont travaillé sur ce tournoi pour faire un tournoi extraordinaire au niveau mondial. Merci à vous, les spectateurs, d'être venus nombreux. Et bonne soirée à tous.